Got a cup full of ice and I'm about to get free. Don't lecture about vices, homie, and not me.
Yeah, there should have been more, probably, because I've been sort of on off with this. But I've been a bit better on it and more on the ball than Callum has. I'll tell you that for sure. But right, this is Wednesday. Now the reason why I haven't recorded anything on Monday and Tuesday is a few things. Now, the reason why I'm recording it now and there wasn't a clip before this is because I went and had a blood testing. Nothing major, just like a vitamin D thing, I think it was, which I've been meaning to do for about a month now. I was sent it like the slip saying, please get this done, like in May, back in May. Now it's July. In fact, it's quite mid-July at this point. Well, as of when you're watching it, I guess. But there wasn't any point filming it. One, because it was literally a quick walk there, bosh, done, stick a needle in me, that's it really, you know. It was quicker than making a cup of tea, and it felt about as painful as making a cup of tea, really. I'm so used to having needles stuck into me at this point that I'm not too fussed about it. It doesn't really hurt me or affect me too much. You know, I've grown up over the years not being afraid of needles, because my dad's afraid of needles. He's absolutely scared. When I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 4 years old, back in, it was like late 2001ish, because I know that I was in hospital on Christmas Day. So I've ever since then I've sort of like said, oh yeah, I want to have a look at the needle. And for the longest time, like, I did not know you could have it in your arm, and like the cannula was the same thing as like in your arm in a certain extent. And I'd be like, oh no, I want to do it in my hand, I want to do it in my hand, because I'd done it for so long. And the first time I ever tried it in my arm, I was like, oh, is it going to hurt anymore? Didn't feel a thing. Didn't need any cream, didn't need any solution, nothing. Absolutely painless as anything. So it's like just shoving a turkey baster inside you. I don't actually know what that feels like, but I do not want to try and find out. But it's a long ass needle that you shove into your body and you squirt blood through a vein. Yeah, you know, it's a lot less gory and a lot less painful than you would think. But yeah, so that's all that's happened. Now, a reason why I haven't done anything on Monday and Tuesday is because I haven't been feeling too good. And by good, I don't mean like, oh, a jippy tummy and stuff like that. I mean like, I suffered with depression through like 2014, 2015, early 2016, pretty much. Like severe at some points. Like being diabetic, which is one good thing, you know, you see some people with depression that sort of cut themselves and that. Luckily, being diabetic, I can just inject myself with insulin or test my readings. So that's my form of cutting, I guess you could say. So I never did that sort of, you know, like knife thing, which, you know, I got to that point at some point, but I never did it. Mostly because of the fact that I'm diabetic and that, and I would not need to do it. Fucking hell, the lighting in this place is terrible, I swear. But no, I never did that, but there were some pretty bad points over those years, and like I've said in past vlogs, I think I didn't really have support as some people did. Mostly because the friends that I had didn't know how to cope with it and ended up not really doing much. And as I said before, the best help that I probably got was from Kieran at the time, who was actually there most of the days of the summer, because it was summer that I would usually have this sort of, you know, really big onslaught of depression, because I wouldn't be out and about doing something. I wouldn't have college, I wouldn't have school, I wouldn't have work or something or whatever. So I would have just me in my own brain. Which wasn't necessarily good. But then Kieran helped me out, you know. We used to play games, and even though I wouldn't talk about feelings and that with him, because I knew sort of you know, I know the guy, and I was you know, I will talk to him about stuff, and I'll sort of, you know, we support each other, but we're not like the sort of emotional type sort of thing. We don't sort of oh, boo-hoo sort of thing. You know, we shrug it off, I would say. And, you know, it's a good way of doing it, I guess. The gaming and all of that we did actually help. It did, well, it was the only help that I really had, but it did get me through the times, which I'm really grateful for, because I think not really having anyone to emotionally support me at those times actually grew me as a person, and now I think I'm better equipped at dealing with depression and that, I think. So when I do get it, which I did sort of get on Monday and Tuesday, I didn't really do anything. It wasn't oh, I'm just going to roll over and give up or stuff like that. I just did my usual routine, pretty much. Nothing really changed apart from my mood, and that was it, pretty much. So, yeah. Oh, that, and I bought RimWorld, which, yeah, that might have got me out of the depression-ish phase I was feeling at the time, because I have spent quite a long time playing that, and it's really quite addictive, actually. Anyway, I really enjoy that game, so, you know. I don't even know what this was on about. I was going to say something about the fact that, you know, something meaningful about depression, but I really can't remember now. Anyway, that's pretty much why I haven't filmed Monday and Tuesday. That, and also nothing, literally nothing happened, I don't think. Sunday I didn't film anything, but I went round Tom's, and Matty was there as well, and we played some video games, and I thrashed them at Worms, and I did, you know, pretty decent at video games, especially when it comes to an Xbox, which I've never owned, nor never will own. But at the same time, I don't own a PS4, and probably never will own that either. It's, you know, once you get to PC point, you sort of, you know, you're like, you know, essentials, not essentials, what are they called? Exclusives are good and all, you know, Last of Us 2 and that, but two games aren't going to draw me to a console. But at the same time, with the Switch is like a portable console, which is what I'm deeming it more as, sort of it's more, you know, I wouldn't buy a PS4, but I'd buy a Vita if they made any games for it. If they released a new version of a Vita or a new PSP version or whatever, I would likely be considering buying it, because it's a portable thing, you know. Yeah, you can get laptops and that, but it's not the same thing. I've played on laptops for years and it's horrible. It's nowhere near as good as playing on mouse and keyboard on the thing. Oh, that reminds me, a couple of things that come. I bought a liquid cooler, which I managed to put on myself yesterday. Not on myself as in on my body. Actually, no, it was Monday, I think. Yeah, it was Monday. Which I managed to, like, you know, fit onto my PC, which was good. I was pretty proud of that. So now I can actually render it and not be worried about the fact that I can fry an egg on top of my... Well, you probably can still fry an egg on it, but I can't boil water on my CPU. Anyway, I think I rambled on long enough. I know this is what this is called, like the Babbler vlog. But, yeah. Also, we changed the name of Project Helios to Helios. Just because I thought it looked a bit more neater and tidy and just, you know, more flashy, you know. Someone won't search Project Helios, but Helios, ooh, that might be a thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. I haven't done anything about this new show that we're going to do yet. Might start looking and doing stuff about that next week. We'll see. Basically what I've got to do is like watch a load of videos. It's basically like doing a commentary, but it isn't. It's more... Well, you know, you get like these vlogger sort of type commentators. I say vlogger type, but you know, like Will Any, you get like people that sort of like sit in front of a camera and do stuff like that. Like, oh, what's his name? The guy that Syndicate Project, or Tom Syndicate, usually talks about, Joe. I can't remember his name. Something Joe, you know, Zoella's brother or something on those lines. I think does something like that. But you know, like they sit in front of a camera and do like it's not like a spiteful sort of commentary like the old Leafy stuff. It's more sort of, you know, little quirks, little jokes and that. Not at the expense of people, but sort of like at the expense of just the situation, I guess. But we'll see. I don't know whether we will do that or not. I just gotta pretty much search for videos and record it, really. But anyway, this clip has gone on for way too long, so I'm gonna end it here. And yeah, if the vlog's short, and by short I mean there's nothing on it, yeah, sorry about that, but I don't really have much planned for this week. Might go and do something this weekend, but I don't know. So beard progression is doing well, apart from this weird bit here. Well, I shaved this before I went camping, but I don't have it this side. Why can't beard hair just grow one area? But I don't know. I'm thinking goatee, or a bit of a more goatee, little bit of a side bit. I keep getting told to shave it off, but I need to look like an actual 20-year-old and not like a 13-year-old, so got to kind of keep it just for the sake of my age. Just to represent my age a bit better, you know. I kind of like it. It's not too irritating. I thought when I was younger that, you know, I'll grow in a beard, you know, be like, it's going to be all fuzzy and shit, and it's going to be like the Mr. Twit or something like that, you know, where he gets like food all stuck in his beard and that. But luckily I haven't got to that point just yet. But, you know, I do look after it a bit. Just leave it to grow. It's just the mustache that doesn't... I've only ever shaved my mustache twice, and it took so bloody long to grow back that I just didn't bother. So, rather than looking like an absolute bellend that's just got a beard with no mustache, I would rather let them just grow out for a bit and just neaten it up here and there. Anyway, I shall see you guys in the next clip. Jesus. I got a big problem. We have no milk. Now, I know there's not been that many clips, and by not many clips I mean there's only one clip I've recorded, and that was last week. And that's mostly because I've been not really depressed, I'd say kind of down at the moment. It'll blow over. But one thing that isn't helping is the fact that we've literally run out of drinks in this house now. Now, I know you may say, well, if you're thirsty, you can drink water. But there's one thing you should know about me. I don't like the taste of water. I mean, I doubt anyone likes the taste of water. But I only really drink or eat stuff not to replenish my thirst or to fill me up or anything like that. I do it because I like the taste of it. So I may eat a roast dinner, but then if I get sick of eating sausages or peas, I'll be like, ugh, I've had enough, and I won't eat it, and then I'll be hungry. Now, I don't know if everyone has that sort of thing, and it's really annoying. It's one of my worst habits, I'd say. But that's how I go. So I don't drink water unless it's sort of a life or death situation. Which, I guess thirst kind of not really is, to be honest. So yeah. We do have milk, but it smells like cheese. And I mean in the sense that it smells quite off. Like very off. It's in date, but it smells very off. So I'm not going to try that. And then I thought, my dad brought home some of these dispenser cups with whitener and tea bags in them. Maybe I can try that. Yeah, that solid lump of whitener. It's been about that for like a month now. So I don't really trust this either. And where the other cups have gone, I have no clue. So today, after my bath, drinking nothing, or pushing it to water, or maybe even using a jubbly and letting it melt. That might be my you know, the end thing that I do, if we have any jubblies left. Which we, in fact, have one. Well then, I'm probably going to have to go out. It's not, I'm worried about going out, or I don't really want to go out. Oh well. I might vlog it. I probably won't though, because my camera is still terrible on my phone, and there's nothing I can do about that unless I get a new one, which I'm not in the region of getting a new one just yet. I thought about it, because you know, retail therapy and all that, but you know, I thought spending money on a phone is money I don't need to spend. And as much as I don't mind recording myself, doing stuff like that, I don't make money from YouTube, so there's no point me doing that at the time being. Which brings me on to my second thing that I was going to talk about. I was wondering, because the other day I set up OBS, whether or not I should stream a bit. Now, I know it's not a vlog setting thing, and it's more like gaming, but I've been tempted to do it again. You know, because like, gaming videos don't do well, but like streaming on Twitch and stuff like that, it does quite well. And who knows, I might do live streams. Oh, fucking idiot. I might do IRL streams if I can ever manage to set that up, which I don't know how. I think I need to use a phone and then connect my camera to the phone and then I don't know, something like that. I probably need like a special cable that connects my phone to my camera, because this camera isn't like a Wi-Fi or an NFC or a Bluetooth thing. So actually I do have a Bluetooth camera, but it probably look terrible. Anyway, so it's just an idea whether or not I should start live streaming, you know, a few PUBG games. Been playing a lot of RimWorld to beat off my crippling depression. It isn't actually crippling, it's just bog standard depression. But I could do that maybe. Don't know. Comment below. Right, I'm gonna have a bath to fix this hair and me body, because I didn't sleep, so I did an all-nighter. Oh, what are you thinking? Wow, Greg, you're a fucking idiot. You need your sleep. And to that I'll say, no, I do, but I don't know. It was hot, and I was, I don't know, I just wasn't, it's stupid to say, but I wasn't motivated to sleep. Anyway.
My train's just about to leave the station. I'm headed somewhere, but I know it ain't vacation. No pity, but I guess I don't deserve one. I'm trying to blaze a path that I know my ass can learn from. Cause I've been struggling some, but I know I got it better than most. And when I come back around, I guarantee we'll have something to toast. Drunk in the city and the thoughts start to wandering. Point A and B are the plots that you're pondering. You're trying to catch up without any condiments. Living with a vision, imprisoning all your common sense. No maps and you can't make a phone call. Your GPS is down cause you went and held the phone wrong. Those 4 G's don't appear inside your bank account. You always been too big to rock somebody's hand-me-downs. Always frowned upon some charity or handouts, but having your own cake to do the same is paramount. Ethical egoism for the hypocritical, thinking that you're bigger than the people who are kin to you. Fuck. Remember how it was back in high school? Spit a rap in class front like it's haiku. Cause you didn't like to share your love or rap then. Thought you sounded dorky cause you didn't have an accent. Some people never get to sleep upon a box spring. Some people only care about penning their quick trains. Pardon me, but stanzas can stand up. Trying to find a way for these bars to bust bad luck. But when the sun shines, you open blind eyes. The minor chords turn to major and then time flies. Cause you're a kid again, happy to be a citizen. Living on a whim and you manage to shake the bitterness. The boy meets the world, he's trying to find Topanga. Finds himself inside a web that tries to keep him tangled. Hang-ups can frustrate, the search don't stop. Even when she's doing cowgirl, you're still on top.